Speak Up English, the key to success.
Lily, there's something magical about watching the sunset, isn't there? It's like nature's way of saying, take a moment.
Absolutely, Thomas. It's a daily reminder of the beauty that surrounds us. Do you have a favorite sunset memory?
Once, on a beach in Hawaii. The colors painted across the sky were surreal. How about you?
In the mountains. The sun casting a warm glow over the peaks, breathtaking. Okay, let's add a bit of humor. Why did the sun go to school?
I'm curious. Why?
To get a little brighter. Both laugh. On a more reflective note, how do you think sunsets inspire creativity?
It's like a canvas, each one unique. It sparks the imagination. Your thoughts on sunsets and creativity?
It's a play of colors. Artists have been trying to capture that magic for centuries. Now, a hypothetical. If you could watch the sunset from any location in the world, where would it be?
Santorini, Greece. The white buildings against the sunset, iconic. Your dream sunset destination?
The Grand Canyon. The colors reflecting off the canyon walls, spectacular. Now, educational twist. Why did the sun go to therapy?
I'm intrigued. Why?
It had too many issues with its brightness. Both laugh. On a more personal note, what emotions do sunsets evoke for you?
A mix of peace and awe. It's a moment of reflection. Your emotional connection with sunsets?
Gratitude. It's a reminder of the beauty in the world. All right, let's switch gears. If our friendship were a sunset, what colors do you think would paint our horizon?
I'd say warm oranges and soft pinks, the hues of camaraderie. Your chosen colors for our friendship sunset?
Deep purples and blues, representing the depth of our connection. Now, to wrap up this part, if our conversation were a sunset, what would be the title?
Palette of dialogue.
Conversations in Twilight. Thomas, have you ever tried to capture a sunset in a photograph?
Absolutely. It's challenging, but when you get it just right, it's like freezing a moment of magic. Have you attempted sunset photography? In college, during a photography class. It's an art capturing that fleeting beauty.
All right, let's delve into a hypothetical. If you could witness a sunset with any historical figure, who would it be?
Vincent van Gogh. I can only imagine how he would interpret the colors. Your chosen historical sunset companion?
Jane Austen. I feel like the conversation under the hues would be as poetic as her novels. Now, let's add a bit of humor. Why don't sunsets ever get old?
I'm curious. Why?
Because they're always retiring. Both laugh. On a more philosophical note, how do you think sunsets influence our perception of time?
They're a gentle reminder that time is ever rolling, urging us to cherish the moments. Your reflections on sunsets and time?
It's like a daily reset button. A pause before the night begins. Now, imagine a scenario. If you could create a soundtrack for this sunset, what songs would be on it?
Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles and Clair de Lune by Debussy. Your chosen sunset soundtrack?
Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Israel Kamakawiwo'ole and Fields of Gold by Sting. Now, educational twist. Why did the sun go to art school?
I'm intrigued. Why?
To improve its drawing skills. Both laugh. On a more personal note, do you have a favorite time of year to watch sunsets?
Autumn. The colors of the sky blend so perfectly with the changing leaves. Your preferred sunset season?
Summer. There's a certain warmth to the colors that complements the season. All right, let's imagine a scenario. If you could have a conversation with the sun, what would you ask?
I'd ask about the places it has seen, the stories it could tell. Your questions for the sun?
I'd inquire about the different hues it can paint the sky and the emotions it witnesses daily. Now, to wrap up this part, if our conversation were a sunset element, what would it be?
A shared laugh, reflecting the joy of the moment. A thoughtful pause, capturing the depth of our connection.
Thomas, have you ever tried to write a poem inspired by a sunset?
Once or twice. It's like putting words to a feeling, trying to capture the essence. Have you penned a sunset poem?
In a journal. It's a challenge, but the beauty often exceeds the limits of language. All right, let's delve into a hypothetical. If you could name a star after this sunset, what would you call it?
Harmony Star. It feels fitting for the peaceful moment we've shared. Your chosen name for our sunset star?
Serenity Star. A nod to the tranquility of the evening. Now, let's add a bit of humor. Why did the sun go to therapy? It had too many issues with its brightness. Both laugh. On a more philosophical note, how do you think sunsets inspire gratitude?
They're a reminder of the beauty in the world, making us grateful for each day. Your thoughts on sunsets and gratitude?
It's a daily gift. A moment to reflect on the positives. Now, imagine a scenario. If you could share a sunset with someone, living or historical, who would it be?
My grandmother. She always appreciated the simple joys of life. Your chosen sunset companion?
Maya Angelou. Her wisdom would add depth to the conversation. Now, educational twist. Why was the sun proud of itself? It knew how to stand out in a crowd. Both laugh. On a more personal note, do you have a favorite color that the sky turns during a sunset?
Deep orange. It feels like a warm embrace. Your preferred sunset color?
Muted purples. There's a certain serenity in those hues. All right, let's imagine a scenario. If you could bottle the scent of this sunset, what would you name the fragrance?
Twilight embrace. Capturing the essence of the evening. Your chosen name for the sunset fragrance?
Dusk whispers. A subtle reminder of nature's transition. Now, to wrap up this part, if our conversation were a sunset memory, what would be the lasting image?
The silhouette of laughter against the fading sun.
The intertwining of words and warmth in the twilight.